Good morning. So as promised, I was going to make our stair step card today that we did with the butterfly and the lavender designer paper. Okay, so this one also, meant to stand up, be displayed. All right, so what are we going to need? We're going to need cardstock, and it's going to be 5.5 by 8.5. And you're going to score it. I don't know if you can see the score lines at 3, 6, and 7.25. And that's going to be your base for the stairs. It's a little M or W. Sometimes people call these folds, but this is going to be the part that sits up. The other piece of cardstock is going to be 3 by 8.5. And you're just going to fold that one in half. I scored mine, but you don't even have to. And this piece is going to sit right on top. So even though sometimes making these cards is hard because we would take it and, cut slits, you'd be scoring in different places. This makes it, I think, very easy. I'm actually going to make two, just because I'm going to show you, placing that second piece in a different spot can also change the look of the card a little bit. All right, so then we've got designer paper, and we've got it cut at 4 by 2 3/4, and then 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So this piece is 4 by 2 3/4. It's going to sit right here. Move these out of the way. I got a little ink on this one, but it's okay because it's going to be covered. Or I can just turn it around and make that the inside. Either way is fine. All right. And here we go. And I forgot to put my adhesive over here. Of course, the dogs are going to decide to bark. We're babysitting for a second dog right now. Okay, so that's on there. And the other piece, as I said, was 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. Now, if you're using paper, that's got direction, you want to make sure that you're cutting it the right way, because you could end up, with it upside down or sideways or something. So. And that piece is going to go right here. Now you can put some on the back. You can put some little pieces here. How you decorate this is totally up to you. Okay, so I'll put it all together here in a minute. So the other thing that I wanted to show was I have this punch. This is like one of the label punches, and I think it's retired now, but this would be the same for any punch. I only have the one size. Okay, so if you want to make a mat that's going to be around that, I wanted to show how to do it. So you just take your mat piece and cut it in half. You know what? I'll cut the other one away. You can do this either way. Okay, so then I'm going to put 11, sending love and best wishes. That's what I had on here. See if I'm able to line it up. I think that's a good one because sending love and best wishes, and then it could be a birthday card, or it could be a get well card, or it could be a wedding card, or just about anything. Anytime you'd want to be sending love and best wishes. Okay, let's set that to the Here, Luna, get back. Get back. No, get back, both of you. Well, this just never happens. Stop. Stop. Okay, so then we're going to add this. And what I'll do is put some adhesive on that one, and then I line it up where I'd like it to be, how much mat that you might want on either end. Just lay it down. Really easy to do. And then see if you have these little tips that are left. Let's just snip those off. Very easy. Okay, and if you're doing it this way, kind of do the same thing. But you're lining it up at the top and the bottom. And again, you can do this with any stamp that you have. And I'm just going to snip that little part off there, a little bit there. Okay, and then that gives you kind of a pseudo mat. I'm putting a butterfly on here. You can leave them white, or you can sponge a little color on there is what I'm going to do. I love these blending brushes. They really do a good job. It's pretty too. Okay, so now let's put this together. Like I said, I did 2 of them just in case. So I'm going to take this one and do it just like I did my first one. And I'm just going to put some adhesive down here at the bottom. Okay. And then lay it down flat and put this exactly where you want it to go. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing back here. I'm only putting it at the bottom. And I'll just wrap that around. Okay, and there's your stair step stand-up card without having to, make all the slits and everything. All right, so the other one I just wanted to show that your second piece here doesn't have to go in the middle. So I was going to put this one down at the end. Okay, I'm going to go all the way to the end with this one. See, and then you've got a stair step with it in the middle, or you've got a stair step with it at the end, and this, gives you some extra room. So this one I'm making just like I did the other one. Just going to put some adhesive on this side because I want this to be sticking out over the edge. And I'll put the little butterfly on there. And then I was going to stamp here and here like I did on this one, here and there. And then on this one, I could even put, I think I'm going to put it here. See how that kind of looks fun? So you can play with the placement a little bit. It doesn't have to be in exactly the same place. And then my other butterfly there. No, I think that's the same one. I'll find it. I can put my butterfly up here where it's coming over I could even put another little something. I might even put an extra butterfly here or something. So whether you're, and again, there's your dimensions. Oh, I'll put on a couple of little jewels here, maybe one in the butterfly and one. I probably put that one there because it was a little bit of ink, you know. You can also, because where you're going to write, you're going to write on the back. You could also stamp something up there, and then this is B where you'd sign the card. So I hope you might try these. They're very easy. Not a lot of cuts, very few scores. Um, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.